Good morning, class. I hope you are all well. Today we are going to be talking about civil rights leaders. We are going to be talking about 5 of the most influential leaders in history. We will be discussing Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Loretta Scott King, Gandhi, and Harriet Tubman. At the end of the lesson, you will have an opportunity to pick your favorite leader, and we will be doing an activity with them. Okay, so before we get started with our activity, let's go over what a civil rights leader is. A civil rights leader is a person who fights for the rights of people. Usually these people are people that are oppressed or that are being treated unfairly. So these leaders fight to defend them, to make sure that people don't treat them bad and to make sure that they are treated fairly. So the first civil rights leader that we're going to be talking about is Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is known for his famous I Have a Dream speech. He is known for protesting and defending African American people and fighting for them for the right to equality. He is known for protesting in a very civil way and not using violence. The next civil rights leader is Coretta Scott King. Coretta Scott King was actually Martin Luther King's wife, and she fought alongside Martin Luther King also to fight for freedom for African Americans. The third civil rights leader that we're going to talk about is Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was born into slavery, but she escaped from her owner. After she escaped, she decided that she wanted to save as many slaves as she can, and she did. She helped about 70 slaves escape from their owner through a hidden tunnel. The fourth civil rights leader is Gandhi. Gandhi is known for winning the Indian independence, and he is also known, just like Martin Luther King, to fight without having to use violence. So he is also known to be a very positive and influential leader without having to use any type of violence. And lastly, there was Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks lived during a time where African Americans were not allowed to sit in the front of the bus, only whites were. Well, Rosa Parks was one of the first people who refused to go to the back of the bus. And she is known for that. And she stood in the front of the bus and she said that we should all be allowed to sit anywhere because we are all created equally. Okay, so now we can get into our activity. What we're going to do is, like I told you at the beginning, you're going to pick your favorite leader out of the 5 that we discussed, and I have some templates from which you will choose from. You're going to color them, and we're going to glue them to our bulletin board, okay? So what you will need for the activity is your template, you will need glue, and you will need some crayons or markers if you have, okay? So let's do it. Okay guys, so by now you should have finished choosing your template, coloring it in, and we are now going to put it into our bulletin board, okay? So I chose Martin Luther King Jr. This is what mine looks like. He's my favorite. Make sure that you put your name so that your parents know that you did this when they come in for parent-teacher night, okay? So I hope you enjoyed our lesson today, and let's go put this in our bulletin board. Bye-bye.